5 with 3.5. He's not what he used to be, but he's still getting the job done. He's gone winless last few starts. The last win he actually got was against the Giants, where he went 6 2/3, no earned runs, 5 Ks back in San Francisco. What you're going to see out of him is a lot of fastballs, 4-seam, 2-seam, 90-92 on the velocity. His changeup's been a real good pitch this year. That's going to be about low 80s, 83, 84, and he will throw the occasional curveball just to keep the guys off balance. The slider average has been a little bit high for him. The defense for the Atlanta Braves behind Garcia. First off in the outfield, go from left to right. It's Kemp and Ciarte and Markakis. In the infield, the left side is Camargo and Swanson. On the right side, Phillips and Adams. And Kurt Suzuki will be doing the catching.
The Braves have won 2 out of 3 in this series. Braves won on Thursday, or make that on Monday. Giants won on Tuesday, and then in extra innings yesterday, the Braves beat the Giants 5-3. You can see the rain is still coming down. The shots through those TV lenses, probably make it look a lot worse than it is. But nevertheless, it is damp. It is coming down. And right now the thought is we're going to see if these two teams can play through it and then maybe take advantage of the dryness that may be beyond this spell that's going through right now. And it is dry. So here's the pitch to Tomlinson, and it's a call strike. So we get started at 9:01. So an hour and 26 minutes as Tomlinson drives it into the gap, and that's how this game gets started. It's Quinn Walcott calling balls and strikes. DeJesus, Paul Emmel, the crew chief, at second, and Brian Onora at third. So here's Joe Panik. Panik at 271, 4 home runs, 20 runs batted in. Not a lot of, matter of fact, only 1 at bat lifetime against Garcia as he takes a strike. 3 hours and 25 minutes of combined rain delay in this series. Here's the 0-1 to Panik, and he takes another strike.
Sharpen up those bullpen mounds, make sure they're as dry as they can be.
Yeah, that becomes important. A quick 0-2 to Panik. In the dirt with Hunter Pence to follow. Braves are 33 and 38. They're 2 games under 500 at home. And they have played well against the National League West. They're 7 and 3 against the West. And the 1-2 to Panik. And Panik shoots this one right back to Garcia. See, Garcia squares up very nicely when he follows through. That's 2 down.
Time for our Togo's big play, the Togo's way, and it came last night off the bat of Hunter Pence with a game-tying home run in the top of the 9th off of Jim Johnson. First pitch, Hunton got the fastball, drove it to center field, and smoked it 108 miles an hour off the bat. And that is your Togo's big play.
So Pence with that home run last night, number 5 on the year. Does have a lifetime home run against Jaime Garcia. And he shoots this one to right, but it's right at Markakis, and that's going to end the inning. Quick inning for Garcia, and Matt Cain's coming out. The Atlanta Braves starting lineup brought to you by Southwest Airlines. It'll be Inciarte, Phillips, Markakis, and then Matt Kemp. That's what happens when you hit a walk-off home run. You get ice thrown on you. Followed by Adam Suzuki and Swanson. Camargo, who we've been impressed with, is going to hit 8th, and then it's Garcia 9th.
Taking the mound for the Giants is Matt Cain. He's making his 15th start this season. Look at the numbers there, under 500. Opponent batting average is a little higher than he'd like it to be. But what you're going to see out of Matt is a new kind of pitcher. Now, you've seen it all year. He's going to have 4-pitch mix, primarily fastballs, curveballs that get you out, but you're going to see him kind of pitch backwards. You're going to see the curveballs, sliders, and changeups to set up the fastballs. Fastball be anywhere from 90 to 93, changeups in the mid-80s. Curveball really slow him down, 86 or 76 to 78.
So here's Inciarte. Inciarte hitting at 307. And he takes a call strike. He's led off in every game in this series. He's got 6 total hits. And he shoots this one foul behind Ron Washington. And it's 0-2. There's Ron Washington. My favorite Ron Washington quote was before the World Series in 2010. And he said something like, well, they ain't faced the American League yet. Remember that?
That's exactly right.
Well,
you're right.
How did it turn out? The 1-2 pitch. Foul back. All I know, it started out weird. I think Timmy didn't make a throw to third, and it's like, oh man, this is going to get ugly. And it turned out in 5 games, the Giants were world champions. 1-2 pitch in the dirt, 2-2. However, everybody that has been around Washington says he's a great guy. Loves to work with his infielders.
Yeah, John Miller told the story that he's the one that broke up Cal Ripken's streak.
Lined for a base hit.
The defense behind Matt Cain will start in the outfield from left to right. Slater, Hernandez, and Pence. The infield on the left side, Tomlinson, Crawford. On the right side, Panik and Posey. And Nick Hundley will be doing the catching.
So right off the bat, Matt Cain in the stretch. Inciarte with his 7th hit in this series. Phillips did not start last night. It was Camargo who started at second. He did later on get into the game, and he takes a call strike. There's been a couple of guys on this team that have some ownage on Matt Cain. Phillips is one of them. Kemp is another one.
Kemp's gotten a lot of looks at Matt over the years.
Phillips drives one to right. Pence is in front of the track, and he's going to make the catch. Here's his throw into second, and Inciarte in scoring position. Got to hold your breath when the ball gets hit pretty well to right.
Yeah, that wall sneaks up on you pretty quick.
Here's Markakis. Markakis, 2 hits in the series. He started all 3 games.
Heads up play by Inciarte.
Really good play. And this one is line foul. Markakis has faced Cain 8 times. He's 3 for 8. By the way, Phillips at bat ended very quickly. His numbers against Cain: 4 doubles and 3 home runs, 10 hits and 44 at bats. Fastball is high. 1 ball and 1 strike. Outfield straightaway. Hernandez lined up in a straight line from home plate over the mound, over second, into center field. And then our camera. There's a strike, 1 and 2. That's about as straight away as you can get out of a center field.
Sure is.
Sometimes center fielders don't like to play it that straight, and I think he's off a little bit where you can't see the hitter. So probably just off maybe a step or 2 to the left of straightaway. Of Markakis. Always a good hitter, not a power hitter, but he puts up his numbers. He's only had 2 home runs, but he's got more RBIs than anybody else in this lineup. He's got 38. The look to second. And it's high, 2 and 2. Crawford's keeping Inciarte as close to the bag as he can without giving up a whole lot of his position.
Kane was trying to set him up right there with the hip shot sinker in. Missed that over the plate. Wouldn't be surprised if he doubles down again. Let's see what he does.
Timeout is called. Kane wanted Hundley to go through the signs one more time. He did. A lot of folks waited through the 1 hour and 26-minute rain delay. The pitch. Foul back. Kane goes right at him. Remains at 2 and 2.
See him double up inside. It's a good place to pitch. Nick Markakis keeps his bat in the zone a long time, but those inside pitches are a little bit harder for him to get to.
Kemp watching in the on-deck circle. And tight, 3 and 2.
Tried the slider. Little back foot chase. Markakis wasn't biting. But you got a base open here, so he doesn't have to give anything in right now. Just trying to pitch the contact, pitch for a ground ball.
Driven to right. Pence looking out. Gone. Markakis hits his 3rd of the year, and it's 2-0.
He tries throwing another fastball in, just leaks out over the middle of the plate. Markakis not known for his power, but full count, sitting on 1 pitch, got it in the location that he liked. And just like that, the Braves are up 2-0.
So here's Kemp. Kemp hit the home run last night to win the game in the 11th. He's hitting .320. He's got 12 home runs, 35 runs batted in, as he lines this one into center field, and it's right at Hernandez. Here's our Jeep drive of the game. It ended the game last night. Matt Kemp off of Corey Guerin. It was in the bottom of the 11th. Braves have 3 walk-off wins in their last 11 games, and this is where you want to hit it if you want it to go. Into the bushes. So here's Adams. You get a guy like Markakis who only hit his 3rd. And now you got a guy like Adams. He's start to think, well, this is the perfect park for him. Well, it's 0-2.
He's been with the Braves exactly a month, and he's got 10 homers, I believe.
Yep.
So,
well, he actually 11 in a Braves uniform.
11. Sorry.
The one thing that you can't really try to avoid is, even though a guy like Adams has got all that power, you still have to pitch him in.
Sure do.
And Kane strikes him out, and that's going to end the inning. Well, the Giants now know what they need to do. They need to get the offense going. It's 2-0 Atlanta.
At your Bay Area Mercedes-Benz dealers.
Well, on June 25th, Sunday, we're celebrating the 50th anniversary of the Summer of Love. Your special event ticket is going to include a love-themed miniature bus collectible and a ticket to see the Giants and the Mets. Remember, you need the special ticket. sfgiants.com/special events. Mr. Posey takes down a little. 338 for Buster Posey at first base tonight. Buster drives one to right. Down the line, into the corner, and out of here! Buster Posey.
Gerald going deep.
Down the right field line, number 10. And when I watch that, I'm thinking that if he played here, he would hit an extra 200.
Hey, he gets a fastball up in the zone. He's trying to just get it down and way, gets it up. He's seen the other guys do it the last couple of nights, and there he goes. Apo Taco for Gerald. Nice swing. He doesn't come home without hitting a homer for the fans. That's what he does.
So here's Slater. It's 2-1. Slater thinking about it, but it's foul. Buster Posey got the home plate and he slipped on home plate. It's like, yo, easy, Buster. Hey, we don't want to lose you.
Your ownage continues. You had mentioned it earlier about him and Garcia.
Slater chases that high pitch. It's now 0-2. Looks so good to hit, but yet hard to catch up. Crawford to follow. And a base hit to right field on an 0-2 pitch. So this is what we saw right when he got to home plate. Easy, stay on your feet. That's when you go and you run to the dugout and you say, I don't think anybody saw that, right? The beauty
He's
now
talking about it right there.
Yeah, the beauty for Buster, he doesn't have to go sit down and put on the gear. He can actually have a conversation with people.
He loves those days he can play first base, and he loves them even more when he's hitting jacks.
Here's Crawford hitting at 246. And we'll see Garcia now out of the stretch for the first time, and he throws a strike. A home run and a single. Hundley on deck, and then Hernandez. And to the backstop.
No catch.
Before I even remark at what happened, I want to see the replay. Did Suzuki just flat out miss it?
It looks like it seemed to draw leather.
Well, they've called it a wild pitch, and I think maybe the official score ought to maybe look at it like we're doing right now.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll take it either way. Got a runner in scoring position now for an RBI machine.
And on the ground, this will be a productive out as Phillips kicks it around and stays with it. And here's Hundley.
Not the result Crawford wanted right there, but like you said, it's a productive out. Man on third base, less than 2 outs. And Hundley now has an opportunity.
The Braves are going to pull the infield in, not all the way in, but in enough where they can make a play at home on a ground ball. And Hundley takes a low. Hundley's had little success against Garcia in his career. He's 1 for 11. So Slater at third with 1 out. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Real nice changeup. Get back into the count. Just absolutely disappeared.
Now timeout is called. Now the infield is all the way in. Popped up and out of play. That was away from Suzuki's target.
Yeah, you look at that home run. It looks like there's a water bottle or something right there. It almost clipped. And look at the smiling reaction. Smiles are good. Smiles are good.
1 ball and 2 strikes. I mean, think about it. When was the last time Buster Posey got a cheapie? I mean, seriously, it playing at AT&T Park.
You got to bang him to get out of there. We needed John Miller to tell us what that was off the bat. I don't know what the speed was. Adams went 90 off the bat yesterday for a homer right down the line. That just hit a little bit harder, it looked like.
Now Hundley is going to be extremely disappointed when you got the tying run at third.
He's working that changeup. Garcia's always had a great changeup. Had him 2-2 right there. Throws it again. Starts it on the outside corner. It just goes. It just takes off. And Hundley committed early. And Garcia won that battle, but he's still not done. It's just going to go against Matt Cain. Buster's home run was 96 miles an hour off the bat.
That's about what you'd have guessed, right?
Well, he had a little more wall to cover. A little bit higher down that line.
So here's Kane. Kane is 2 for 21. He does not have a run batted in this year, so you could say that he's due.
He returned the favor on Garcia, who had a couple nice at bats in the game in San Francisco.
Off the end of the bat, foul, and it's no balls and 1 strike. Tomlinson to follow. It's 2-1 Atlanta here in the second. When Matt Cain was called up to the big leagues for about 4 or 5 years, he was the best hitting pitcher on the team. Hernandez goes, and that'll be a stolen base. It's his 5th of the year. So it's a ball and a strike. If you just joined us, we had a rain delay to start the game at 1 hour and 26 minutes. 3 games in this series were started later than usual because of rain. Fly ball to right. Markakis back. He's looking up. It's off the bricks. Kane's digging for 2. He's going to make it. And the Giants take the lead.
There was a little redemption. Jaime Garcia did it in San Francisco. Big at bat. Matt Cain got a fastball up and did not miss it. Once again, picking on the chop house porch over there. You look at it right here. Fastball, middle.
Little backspin, huh?
Oh, yeah, that's 365 down the fairway. There it goes. Drives Markakis. Playing a little bit shallow. Wasn't going to catch that anyway. And look at the reaction there. Look at the reaction. Got some claps.
Oh, yeah. Here's Tomlinson, who takes a pitch just inside for a ball. Tomlinson opened up the game with a fly ball to center field. Time, home plate umpire Quinn Wolcott is going to say, yep, you went around.
That's where you look at it right there with Hernandez stealing second base, something inconsequential at the time, but that just drove in 2 runs.
To the backstop, 1-2. Tomlinson, a chance to knock in a run. It's Matt Cain at second base. Foul down the right field line. Look out, almost got a camera guy. In order to just make John feel comfortable, considering John's watching the game back home, or he is on assignment, so I don't know if he's back home. But anyway, Matt Cain, bat speed 97 miles per hour.
97
velocity. So 1 more velocity higher than Buster's home run. On the ground, foul. I can't exactly tell you that if I'm going to be into this the whole game with the exit speed, but John, if you're watching, we're gonna help you out. Tomlinson and Garcia in a battle. It's 1-2. Cain with his lead at second. 2-2. It's about what you're going to get out of Garcia. 88, 89, and then of course the changeup. In the dirt. A 3-run second inning. Posey and Kane with big hits. One left the park. The other almost left the park. On the ground to Camargo, who shows a good solid arm, and that'll end the inning. Buster Posey, double digits now in home runs. Watch how this one just ends up inside the foul pole. And it's bye-bye, baby. Giants are leading now 3-2.
Baseball on NBC Sports Bay Area is brought to you by Amici's East Coast Pizzeria. When you want the best pizza in town, Amici's delivers. By the California Academy of Sciences. Discover pterosauruses. Flight in the Age of Dinosaurs. An epic new exhibit at the California Academy of Sciences. By Kona Brewing Company. Enjoy some ice-cold liquid Aloha tonight. And by Provident Credit Union Super Reward Checking. We pay you.
Giants with a 3-2 lead. And Buster Posey at first. Watching Matt Cain throw to Nick Hundley. It'll be Suzuki, Swanson, and Camargo here in the bottom of the second. Suzuki is hitting at .225 and he takes a strike. He's had 12 lifetime at bats against Matt Cain and he's 3 for 12. Outfield straightaway. Buster Posey off the line at first. And the 0-1. Swinging a high fly ball left center field. Marquis Hernandez says, I got it, and he does. 1 out.
You can now stream the Giants on the go on the NBCSportsBayArea.com and the NBC Sports app presented by Honda.
So here's Swanson. Swanson at .224. 6 big flies, 31 driven in. He's 0 for 2 lifetime against Matt Cain. And swings at the first pitch. And Slater's going to track it down. A gift.
So nice. So nice. You take 27 of them.
A gift. He's stealing from my other broadcast partner a gift. I'm sure you had a few one-pitch outings, didn't you?
I have actually.
One pitch and
more
get
than,
it back.
more than my fair share, to be honest with you.
Here's Camargo. Does it actually feel like you did your job? One pitch and you walk off the mound?
You kind of forget what just happened.
Swing. Ain't gonna miss. Nothing in 2.
Yeah, it feels like a blur. You're out there. You spend so much time warming up. Throw those 10 to 20 pitches in the pen.
Got to
get
the
your
park
mind
early.
right. Got to the park early. Got you running in. One pitch. See you later.
1 and 2.
Ice the arm. Drink a beer. You know, like you really worked hard.
That's the best.
Yeah.
2 and 2. Margot hitting at 321. He's played in every game. 2 for 4 on Monday, then had 3 hits on Tuesday, and then took an 0 for 5 yesterday. Here he hits a high fly ball to right. Pence back. It gets scary, and that's going to end the inning. Camargo can't believe it. I can't either. After 2, Giants lead.
By your California Ford dealers, and it came last night via Jeff Samardzija, going 7 innings, 6 hits, 3 earned runs, no walks, continuing with that trend with the 8 punch-outs and just 79 pitches. Jeff Samardzija doing work. California smart.
So it'll be Joe Panik to lead things off. Here's Panik as he takes a breaking ball down low. Panik bounced back to Garcia in the first. In at third is Camargo, and there's a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Giants with a 3-2 lead. We're in the third. Lots of rain around the area the last 4 days. Here's the 1-1 pitch inside for a ball. Well, I got some numbers for you. You ready?
I love numbers.
34 one-pitch outings.
That's it
for you. 34. Here's the 2-1 to Panik. Now I'm going to go negative first. All right. One home run. Do you remember who it was? One pit.
Yeah, I do remember. That was Bochy trying to stick it to me. But no, that's not true. Actually, I think so. I think I know this one.
Right, well,
Mark Reynolds.
Nope. Logan Forsythe.
Oh my gosh, San Diego. I do remember that. That was Bochy trying to stick it to me there again.
All right.
I think it was the last game of the year.
3-2 to Panic with Hunter Pence on deck, and he rolls it foul. By the way, 34 outings.
There he is. Look at him.
3 double plays.
I'll take that.
7 hits in 34. One hitter out. That's not bad.
It's not bad. It's not great.
So anyway,
they were all big power right-handers.
Foul again, and I'm assuming that none of these numbers, positive, especially negative ones, happened in postseason. All your numbers were really good in the postseason. 34 times you went to the park. You worked hard all day.
Yes, indeed.
Here's the 3-2. Panic bounces this one, and they're going to say it's foul. It's a good thing.
Nobody was there.
Nobody covered first.
Yeah, I came into the park about 2 o'clock. Got my sweat going. Worked out. Long toss a little bit.
Got up 3 times.
Yeah, got up at least 3 times.
Why did Reynolds stick in your head?
Because that's kind of what I remember. I remember coming in last game of the year against Colorado a couple years ago and threw first pitch changeup, which I never throw, and he hits a homer.
Panic pops this one up. He's hoping that it's going to be out of play, and it is. And there is not a lot of foul territory behind home plate.
It's a nice gift. Inaugural ball. They're going to have their own little special stamp.
You have to share it. Here's the payoff. And Panic takes the walk. Nice at bat.
Really was a nice at bat. He's had a nice road trip. Joe's seeing the ball really well. Hitting over 350 on the road trip. He's not an easy left-hander's face. And that was really well battled there. Selfie time with the ball.
Uh-oh. Yeah, that's all part of the deal now.
It has to be. I think yesterday was National Selfie Day. Sources close to me tell me that.
I think you're right. I don't think I've ever taken one. I've been in them, but I'm not exactly sure if I know how to do it.
That dad's a pro. Look at that. Got good extension.
Yeah.
Getting some help from the audience.
Ball's not going to be in the picture, folks.
Yeah.
It's too high. 1-0. Roll slowly to third. Here's Camargo.
Wow.
Got him. Nice play. For a while there, I did not think he was going to have a shot.
No, I figured the slick track. You've talked about it before. That ball, you never know what kind of grip you're going to get. And Hunter's always hustling out of the box. He just comes in, smooth transition to the throwing hand. Great play.
This is a play where if the ball comes up, as you see always hustling Pence, if the ball comes up, it's good that you field it with 2 hands. If it stays down, it's really hard to run with both your hands close to the ground. Down low to Buster Posey. Buster's thinking, you know what, let me just try to go to right field 4 times tonight.
You look at the alignment. Their right center is open. Should lead you to believe he's going to get fastballs in now.
1 ball and no strikes. Down low, 2-0. It may be with first base open.
Yep.
Andy Garcia said, "I'd rather go after the rook."
Suzuki's getting his work in already. He's been blocking a lot of balls back there. Saw that one with Garcia in St. Louis. Yadi be doing a lot of work during most of his starts.
Drive into left center field. Hit very well. Kemp on the move. He can't get it. And it bounces up and over for a ground rule double. So Joe Panik doesn't know it yet, but oh yeah, Joe does score, right? He was on second.
He's on second.
So an RBI for Hunter Pence, or for Buster Posey.
You got a 2-0 fastball. Trying to locate it down and away, middle, center cut up, and look again, good extension. Watch Buster. I think for a second there he thought he got it, but he's still hustling out of the box. He's going extra bases. Kemp, not the player he used to be out there in the outfield, gave it a good effort, but bounces over the wall for a double and another runner in scoring position for the rook.
So here's Slater, and he takes outside.
And just like the second inning, a productive out by Hunter Pence. Again, not what he wants to do, but was able to get Panik to second base.
Yeah, when the ball bounces in the seats, he is not going to be allowed to score from first. And that pitch almost to the backstop.
Change in eye level. Talking to Brandon Phillips. Probably ask him where he lives down here.
Swing. There's what you get that you might not get in the minor leagues is you get a 2-0 off-speed pitch.
2-0 changeup, and that was very well executed. You saw the numbers flash up there. Buster continues his ownage on Garcia. Now he's raised his average to 500.
2 balls and 1 strike. Driven into right center field. On the move is Inciarte. Still on the move. And he dropped it. And here comes Posey. Slater's got a double. And Posey scores.
Well, you said it first day into this. Aim at the cow. That's the spot. Inciarte gave it a run. Slater got a fastball aiming right at that cow. Eat more chicken. You look at it right here. Got the fastball trying to get it in. Again, up middle. Slater with, I think he kind of thought he got it. Inciarte with a great jump, tracking really well. Got into the wall, rolled his ankle just a tad. You see him kind of getting up gimpy. Great effort right there. Oh, almost. They score one for the good guys, and another man in scoring position as Hernandez is out there talking it over with Garcia. Let's take another look at that effort.
Boy, really close.
That's a good no catch.
Can you imagine getting your foot caught in that, between that pad and the track? It almost looks like that's something bad waiting to happen. So here's Crawford. Crawford rolled out to second in the second. Giants with 3 in the second, 2 now here in the third. Swing and a base. No balls and 1 strike. So Slater's 2 for 2. Posey's 2 for 2. Same spit, same pitch, same results, nothing in 2.
It's been touched on many times. You want to see the beef of the order doing something. Right now, Posey and Slater carrying the load. They're doing a great job.
So on 3 pitches, Crawford goes down.
Didn't look real comfortable the whole at bat.
No, he did not. Just didn't look like he was picking up any of those pitches.
Yeah.
Here's Hundley. Hundley struck out with Slater at third in the 2nd inning.
You got a steady diet of changeups at first at bat. Let's see if that's the same game plan.
On the ground, foul.
There it was, first pitch changeup.
This will be pitch number 55 for Jaime Garcia, and the 0-1. Slater goes, and there's a foul out of play. He stole that standing up.
He had that one. You're wondering if he was going to go. He can run. I know there's scouting reports for everybody nowadays, but you see Swanson not even checking him. Phillips isn't checking him, so he just kept kind of walking. Great jump. And when you're having trouble scoring runs, sometimes you got to force it.
If you know that you're going to have a great chance of making it, why not? Down low, I mean, Phillips and Swanson are not even paying any attention to Slater. I mean, obviously what they don't want to do is give up a lot of their position defensively to do it. But Slater can get off the bag as far as the defensive player is away from the bag at second. On the ground, and this will be at Adams, and this is going to end the inning. So the Giants put 2 more on the board. Braves are coming up. It's 5-2 San Francisco.
San Francisco Giants and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of San Francisco Giants Baseball Club, LLC.
Giants with a 5-2 lead, so Matt King will go after Jaime Garcia, and then the top of the order as a 3-run lead here at SunTrust Park, the new park here in Atlanta. Driving into Atlanta from the airport on Sunday night. It was late, very dark, so I really did not get a chance to get a good look at old Turner Field, which isn't that old, by the way. And driving there tonight, we're certainly not going to get a great look at it. So here's Garcia, and he takes outside for a ball, 1-0. But some great teams played in that park. And a called strike. And the odd part about it is that the World Championship that the Braves won was not at Turner Field. It was at Fulton County Stadium. Down low, 2 balls and a strike.
They hung a lot of banners at Turner Field.
Yes, they did. And a late call strike. And I'm sure that the great players that they had really felt like there were a couple of years that they should have won. It got away from them. Foul back, 2-2.
Well, look who's taking in the ball game tonight.
He got the good seats, didn't he?
Vogelstrong. Oh, handing out them dollars. Do it.
Looks like you and him on the golf course, doesn't it?
Yeah, look at Ryder, little man Ryder, his wife Nicole on the other side.
Hit on the ground to Panic. I would like to know the last time he sat in a seat to watch a game as a fan. I bet it's been a long time.
It's probably been a while.
Maybe if he's on the DL, but even then you're usually sitting in the clubhouse or upstairs.
Well, there you have it. Nicole tweets out that it's the first time Ryan and Ryder have taken in a big league ball game. Usually he sees Daddy working. And he looks like he's a little gassed out already.
This is hit towards the gap, and it's going to be cut off by Slater. And Inciarte is 2 for 2.
Great job by Slater right there. Man,
what a great series Inciarte's had.
He keeps nailing the ball. He's got to be tired, you would think, being on base so much. But Slater with a great job getting in the gap, cutting it off.
John Miller is on assignment. Dave Fleming's here, giving directions to anybody who will listen. I'll head over to the KNBR side. Innings 4, 5, and 6. Here's Phillips. And Phillips takes a strike.
Phillips didn't like that pitch. Thought it was a little up, but Quinn Walcott has a little bit larger zone, larger one than you saw last night. And you're definitely going to see a large one when it's getaway day or night.
As it should be.
Great curveball. He's really found that pitch this year. Been able to throw it in any count, not just for chase, but just to get into the count sometimes. And like I said, he's really become a complete pitcher this year.
And the 0-2, here it is. And it's high, 1-2.
Good idea. Slow him down to speed him up.
I like that. Slow him down, speed him up.
He's looking for something down to get a ground ball. That's, I'd like to give Slater an assist here with the keeping Inciarte at first if we can get a ground ball.
And he runs that in tight. 2 balls and 2 strikes. When you arrived in 2010, big difference between Matt Cain now and then?
I don't want to say it's a big difference, but the first one for sure is just the velocity. He was always, it seemed to be he was always throwing, 92 to 95.
Get 95 when he wanted to?
Right. He'd reach back for it and get it. And the changeup has always been there. And the curveball was too, but he just never really found the right release point for it. I think he's locked in on this year.
Runner goes. This is hit back to Kane. Slowed down. Panic's got it. Throws to first. Phillips retired. They'll take the out. 2 down. And Ciarte in scoring position. I don't know if Matt Kane hit that or not. Markakis did this in the first inning. Not the location that Matt Kane wanted. So here is Markakis with 2 outs. Giants with a 5-2 lead here in the bottom of the 3rd. The 3rd night out of these 4 games that started late due to rain. And the first pitch is high. 1 ball and no strikes. Kemp is on deck. Talking to Darren Jan, our radio producer next door, and thought what he said was correct. Here's the pitch to Markakis that's outside. Felt like we were in Denver 3 weeks ago. There's Funky.
There you go.
I think Ryder's starting to look like his mom, to be honest with you.
Attaboy. Miller Lite commercial right there for Vogie. Get some popcorn for the little man.
He doesn't look grumpy at all.
Not at all. No stress. No game face Vogie anymore.
I asked him if he just stopped totally eating chicken enchiladas, and he gave me the look like, what, are you nuts? Of course I'm eating chicken enchiladas.
Just not religiously, once every 5 days.
And I'd have to go hunt for a chicken enchilada on a Sunday night in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Fouled into the glove of Hundley. It's 2-2. I like to say this about Vogie because it gives you an idea how much he meant to the Giants. 8 postseason starts for Vogelsong, and the Giants never lost a game he started. How about that?
It's pretty good.
Here's the 2-2. Foul back.
I know I enjoyed watching it. There they are, just crushing popcorn. Popcorn and beer, the retired life.
Into left field, a base hit. Slater's going to get to it. Here's his throw home, and he throws it into Macon, Georgia. And it's 5-3. And on the air, Markakis goes down to second. And I think that's a product of a wet ball. I do.
It's got to be. Slater has a good arm. He's shown it off before. You see him come up. Caught it clean, but oh yeah, reach back, let her fly.
So Markakis is becoming a pain to Kane.
And he's looking at the fingers, wondering about the grip.
So here's Kemp. And a called strike to Kemp. Kemp lined out to Gorkis Hernandez. So he's 0 for 1. Remember, he's got some ownage on Matt Kane. And that one gets away from Kane. And now Hundley's going to go out. So the 2 guys that have been problematic to Kane in this game are Inciarte and Markakis. The Braves have 4 hits in the game, and they've got all of them. One ball and 1 strike. Kane looks back at Markakis, and this is driven into center field. Hernandez on the move. Hernandez is there, and he makes the catch and falls down on the track, and he hangs on. And he's still down, but now slowly.
Looks like he banged his knee.
Yeah, he's.
And his head, I think. I think it's the knee. See Dave Greshner giving it the jog.
What a great play, and it saves the day for Matt Cain.
Wow. Great play.
So this is what it looked like. As we mentioned, it saved the day. It did. As it goes down hard. Dave Fleming will be in. I'll see you back here in the 7th.
Receive a Giants retro bobblehead presented by Coca-Cola. Reminder, the first pitch is at 4:15 p.m. Join us as Giants take on the Mets Friday, June 23rd through the 25th. Tickets always available at sfgiants.com. Joining me now is Dave Fleming, coming over from the radio side over to the live TV action side.
It's not live over on radio. We're on delay.
TV action.
Oh, I see. Yeah, we get to see the pictures.
Yeah, you get to really drink it in here.
Gorkys Hernandez, nice that he's able to stay in the game. I wasn't sure after that catch. What is it about the outfield wall this year in the Giants?
Yeah.
Jared Parker, Denard Span. I thought it got another one. It was a heck of a play.
Yeah, I think when you looked at it on the replay, actually, they have a little bullpen spot where you can sit, and it looked like he went through the chain link and banged against one of those little boards where those guys can sit up.
Not close, 3-0.
So you take a look at it. See how the bench is behind there. So he goes through the chain link and drills his knee right there on the post behind the fence. You see all the seeds go flying, everything else from up there.
Ouch.
Yeah.
See that on radio? We didn't see that.
Well, you're right. Well, with your binoculars.
Yeah, I do have strong binoculars. How are yours?
Mine are 2015. That's what they are. I don't have them. No, of course. I'm well equipped.
That's ball 4 to Gorkys. So he'll take the walk. He's walked twice. He's made a great catch. You know, we were talking with Bruce Bochy before the game today, and He was talking about a little different lineup, giving the right-handers a chance to play. And he mentioned specifically, Gorky saying he's playing really good ball these days.
Well, the defense has always been there. It was the offense that was really struggling. When he first came up last year, he was really hitting well. But you look at the numbers right there. The guy's swinging a hot bat. Got to get him in there.
11 for his last 28 with a little pop.
Yet again, another guy in a nice road trip, hitting 400 on the roadie.
Kane, it looks like they're going to ask him to bunt. He took that one low, even though he hit one off the right field wall his first time up.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's a little hit and run or one of those, but Garcia's kind of been effectively wild. He's really been all over the zone.
Can make it a little harder to call one of those plays if you're not sure that he's going to get a pitch that he can get the bat on. He bunts that one foul. Bochy likes to do it, though, and when you have a pitching staff of guys who can handle the bat, you have that luxury of being able to not just put down the pure sacrifice. You can call a play.
You can definitely do that. And any of these starters will tell you when you already have a hit, you're feeling like you can go 4 for 4 now.
He bunts that one foul. It's 1-2. Wait, he hit it off the bricks in right field.
He smoked it. And, I wouldn't even be surprised if he slashes. Camargo is really crashing down the line.
That's really the idea of the play in a lot of instances where you show the bunt, the infield comes in, and then you swing away. Maybe they're trying to see if he would tip his hand. He squared around to bunt. We'll see. I don't think it's a sure thing that he is going to try to bunt. He doesn't. He swings away. Gorkys was running, and he'll make it there safely. The ball gets away from Swanson. Hernandez thought about it. He stays at second, though. He'll get credit for a steal. If you have faith in your base runner there, even that, not quite the worst case scenario, but if your pitcher can't get the bat on the ball, you still get a guy in scoring position.
We'll give him credit for a productive out. Great jump. Matt did the smart thing, and that's to duck right there. You don't want the interference call on you. Suzuki gets to throw off on the other side of the base, and looks like Gorkys has no ill effects from that knee. But it's enough to get the bullpen going now for the Braves.
Jaime Garcia, who has seemed to always pitch well against the Giants, not pitching as well tonight. And we got the big hitters lined up now, top of the order. Tomlinson, then Panic, Pence, Posey. Posey and Austin Slater tonight have been a heck of a combo in the middle of the order.
You want to see the beef do the job, and they've done it so far.
Chance for Tomlinson to knock in a run. He's 0 for 2. There's that changeup from Jaime Garcia. Always been a good pitch.
Such a great pitch.
I think it was 2-0 count Slater, seeing him for the first time.
Yeah, hold the string.
Changeup.
And you take another look at this changeup. That's just diving. It's a nasty pitch. It's tough to lay off.
1-1. Hernandez was running. The throw beats him there. He's out.
I think Nevin wants him to take a peek. I'm sure the Giants will do their due diligence. But that was just enough of a check by Swanson to keep him close. He kind of slipped on the jump. Good throw by Suzuki. That is close. Not enough to challenge. Wotus is back on the rail.
Yeah, he got him. So 2 down, nobody on. Tomlinson to Swanson, and it's going to turn into a quick inning for Garcia. The leadoff walk. Giants don't score. Adams coming up 5-3, middle 4. Lead 5-3 going to the bottom of the 4th inning. Our pivotal play of the game brought to you by your Bay Area Mercedes-Benz dealers. We're going back. Giants Braves 2010 Game 4 Division Series. Brian Wilson against Melky Cabrera. Javi remembers it well.
Man, that was so great.
Cody Ross, that was the start of his. He had more to do in that postseason, that's for sure.
He did. That was such a special moment. Definitely not for the Braves, but that was the last time Bobby Cox managed, and we're standing out there on the mound, tipped his cap to him, the whole team. It's a special moment.
Matt Adams against Kane. Well, the Braves still remember that to this day. When the Giants come here, the Braves, without fail, sometime during a visit to Atlanta, somebody will bring that up. How much? I mean, they were bitterly disappointed at that moment. They were hoping that Bobby Cox could sort of go on a run. They knew it was going to be his last year, and the Giants beat him on their home field. But the fact that you guys stopped the celebration almost right after it started to salute him as he walked off for the final time, let the fans give a big ovation to one of the great managers in the history of the game. The Braves have never forgotten that. Adams had a pretty good pitch to hit and foul tipped it.
You see his retired number up there, and you see all the banners that he got to hang. Yeah, I mean, the guy's a legend down here. He always will be. And it's not the fitting way that you'd want to end a managerial career, but it was not lost on the Giants and any of us. And again, it was a special moment. And as much as winning and moving on and winning a World Series was awesome, we had to beat a very, very good Atlanta Braves team.
That was a tough series. Adams hits one a mile. Man, does he have huge power. That one is long gone. 5-4. I think he didn't even get all of it.
He's fallen in love in this park. It's turned out to be a great trade for the Braves. It's his 12th home run as a Brave now. He's been here for a month. It's a 2-2 fastball, I believe it was, trying to get it in, trying to do that hip shot. Comes back over just a little bit, just up in the zone, and put a great swing on it. The Chop House porch over there is the place to go tonight.
Don't settle in if you're eating dinner out there. Protect your food. Now, after the blast, a little bunt by Kurt Suzuki, and it works. One hit for the catcher. Nothing Kelby Tomlinson could do about that one.
No, it's not what you're expecting. A couple catchers I've seen do that, but not many. Buster's tried it a couple times. Suzuki will mix it in. Chris Stewart, when he was here, he was a great bunter. He was good at that move. You just don't expect it from those guys because you're expecting they've been in the squat. Legs are kind of tired. It's an easy knock if you can lay one down.
And now the young shortstop Dansby Swanson, tying run aboard. It's only the 4th inning. That's a strike. Matt Adams has hit 3 home runs now in this series. And you're right, he had 1 home run with the Cardinals. He's hit 12 since coming to Atlanta. Freddie Freeman gets hurt, and he's acting like Freddie Freeman.
He is.
That ball hit hard past the reach of Crawford. Well, we were talking about this. This was at the end of that clinch game, Game 4, and that was him saying that to you guys.
Yeah, I mean, it was such a special moment. And as great of a manager as Bochy is, he definitely knows he needs to pay his respects, and from one player manager to another.
Now Dave Righetti out to chat. You got the 8th place hitter Camargo coming up. Camargo had a pretty good swing in his first at bat, then the pitcher spot, but you would imagine that the Braves are thinking about the possibility of a pinch hitter. Garcia's in the on deck circle. The bullpen's actually quiet for Atlanta, which surprises me. Giants bullpen's not quiet. Brian Morris is getting up.
When you have a lead, you're going to do everything you can to protect it, especially on a getaway day. And it hasn't been the road trip that the Giants have been looking for, so they're going to pull out all the stops to make sure it's a happy flight.
And for Kane, the road problems, he has pitched so well at home. And a positive start earlier on this road trip in Denver. Not great, not dominant, but positive. That's a ball outside to the switch hitter Camargo.
Yeah, he went 5 his last outing in Colorado. Scattered 9 hits, 1 earned. Pitch to contact. It took him out after 83 pitches. He's up to 61 now. But this is where you just want to manage an inning. Ground ball double play, get a man on third base with 2 outs. That's what you're looking for.
He gets the ground ball. Posey can only take the out at first. And they'll take that. You get 1. Both runners move up. Now we'll see what Atlanta wants to do. Garcia looks like he's going to hit. I mean, he's been a pretty good hitting pitcher before, so maybe you can trust him to get the bat on the ball. But this one surprises me a little bit. Because it's not like Garcia's been dominant on the mound. We'll see how the Giants play defensively with Garcia up there. The runner at third is Suzuki. You say he's a catcher, but we just saw him use some speed on the bunt hit. So the Giants are going to bring the infield in. Maybe not all the way in, all the way around. Garcia late with that swing, strike 1.
Real good first pitch changeup, diving down out of the zone. Garcia saw something straight, was swinging at it, but by the time the ball got to him, it was unhittable. Punch out situation here for Matt Cain.
He would love to get the strikeout. Garcia had a pretty good cut. 0-2.
Got some pitches to play with now. Got away with one there. But now you're definitely pitching for the strikeout. You're trusting Hundley, and Hundley's very good at blocking balls. So you can go ahead and bounce a curveball, bounce something on the plate, or try the old hip shot slider or fastball.
0-2, very high.
Okay.
Inciarte on deck is 2 for 2. Cain's 1-2 on the ground, softly hit. The runners hold. Posey charges and he tags out Garcia, 2 down. Interesting.
Yeah, another well executed changeup. You would think the contact play would have been on there. Look at the changeup once again, diving down out of the zone, starts a strike, dives out. Garcia commits early. Buster came up ready to throw. He's ready to anticipate that play. But now this is where Matt Cain's got to figure out how to get Inciarte out. He's had some good at-bats against him tonight.
2 for 2, a couple singles. He scored 2 of their 4 runs. A home run started this rally, then a bunt hit and a single. So 1 run was in, 2 on, nobody out. Those same 2 are still on with 2 down. Ball 1.
And this is the same situation. You have a base open. You don't never want to force yourself to have the pitch with the bases loaded. But Matt Cain does have a base to play with, so he can really try to throw a lot more chase pitches here in this sequence.
Inciarte, he's really having a good year. Hits that one foul. He's hitting .311. He's shown some power. This park, I think, seems to suit him. He's got 6 home runs.
He's playing a great defense too. He's really getting great reads off the ball. Talking about it earlier when we first got here. First game of the series, they were talking about Inciarte is really almost every time taking a step back on the balls being hit. And you've noticed that he's able to track down a lot of the balls in the gaps that you would hope would fall for hits. Ooh. Good change up there. A little too low for Quinn. I thought it was a real nice pitch. Starts a strike. Go either way. Caught the bottom of that box, but Quinn saw it down. But good pitch selection. Again, start throwing those chase pitches. Doesn't have to come in. Does have a base.
2-1. Really similar pitch there, taken for ball 3.
He's got good numbers against Brendan Phillips for his career. Let's see what Bruce Bochy decides to do. Obviously, they're still going to pitch to him here, but let's see what the pitch is.
Well, you can't just groove one to a guy who's a hot hitter.
No.
That one on the ground to second. Panic's got it. He throws out Inciarte. Good job by Kane. Gives up 1, but it could have been worse. Giants maintain the lead 5-4. Park. And it's time for our McDonald's True Stories. It was on this date in 1986. Back at the Stick, the Giants swept a doubleheader from the Astros. Maybe we can listen in. Hank Greenwald on the call.
Chris Brown telling Uribe he's got it. And the Giants are in first place as Kruko goes 9. Let's listen to this. To the plate, and Craig swings, lines it to first. Caught by Aldrete. The ball game is over. Holy cow!
And of course, that was the great Hank Greenwald, the second of those 2 calls. And Candlestick was fired up. 1986 with Mike Kruko, who pitched the complete game to win Game 1. Giants swept the doubleheader. They moved into first place on this date. 1986 did not end up being a playoff year for the Giants, but it was one of the most important years in the modern history of the Giants franchise, with Will Clark and Robbie Thompson and the young kids coming up and leading the way. Set the stage for the next year, for 1989. In a lot of ways, it set the stage for the modern era of the Giants with all the success that came after. I mean, they're the only 100-loss year in the history of the franchise.
Yeah.
Giants have been around for 135 years. The only 100-loss season was that year before, 1985. Panic to right center field, up into that jet stream. Inciarte back. It is gone. Joe Panic with a big fly. Giants get that run back. 6-4. That's his 5th home run of the year.
Joe, the great swing right here, gets himself into a 2-1 count. And he just takes advantage of that fastball, middle again, drives it into the gap. Look at the leg drive. Watch that. The hands just worked. Got it at extension. He knew he got that one.
There's Pence taking high. And you think the Braves are second guessing themselves? They left Garcia in a big at bat. Did not use a pinch hitter. And now the bullpen's going.
Yeah.
One hitter later. Foul ball from Pence. Jason Hirsch up in the pen. Pence muscles that one out to left center field. Some pretty big muscles from Pence. That one was not right off the sweet spot, I don't think.
No, it wasn't.
And he hit it a pretty long way anyway.
Even though it's an out, I'm liking the at-bats I'm seeing from Hunter Pence. He's getting an aggressive attack mode, which is nice.
Showing off a little pop.
Yep.
So now Posey, who has just owned Garcia, including tonight, he's got a homer, a double, scored twice, knocked in 2 runs. Giants fans Giants hitters, I'm sure Giants fans are enjoying it also, but finally tonight really taking advantage of this ballpark.
They are. Right center has been
alive. How about left center? You like that part of the park? Inciarte can't get it. It'll be another extra base hit for Buster. Posey, I think he thought for a moment there that it had bounced up over the wall.
I think so too.
He slowed up.
And the ownage continues. Now he's over 500 against him.
Yeah, what does our friend Mr. Kruko like to say? Ownage is ownage.
Look at this. Another. I mean, just trying to get a changeup that he's executed so well tonight. Buster all over it. Great jump by Inciarte. Again, he's trying to get there. But again, catches it and clips it perfectly. Busting it out of the box. And I think you're right. I think he thought it just bounced over. He just scoots in real quick.
Make sure. Let me get there first. He did. Pitching change for the Braves. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service. Your trusted oil change, tune-up, and brake experts. Faced him over his career, and the Braves make the change. The right-hander Jason Hirsch comes in.
He's coming in for the 5th time, and what you're going to see out of this guy is mid-90s velocity. It seems like that's just standard issue now for everybody at the bullpen. Power slider, 83, 85, and he's got a little bit of a funky delivery, a little bit of a low 3/4.
Well, right out of the chute, an Xfinity fast pitch, 95 miles an hour. To Austin Slater. Posey at second. Posey went 3 for 3 against Garcia. He's weeping at second base that they've taken Jaime Garcia out.
I think so.
Slater 2 for 2 against Garcia.
And using right center, right field.
That's low, ball 3. I don't know which of the two at bats was more impressive for Slater. The first one where he was behind 0-2. Look at those numbers. Oof. Garcia's the one who's doing the weeping.
That might be an intentional walk next time they face each other.
Maybe with the bases loaded.
We've seen it done before.
We have seen it. Good hitters count for Slater. Seeing Hirsch for the first time. That's ball 4. He's on base for the 3rd straight time. The Giants' 4 or 5 hitters, Posey, Slater, have gone 5 for 5 with a walk.
You want the beef of the order doing damage, and we were touching on that earlier today, that they've stepped up, they've done the job. And to be fair, you got some table setting going on with Panic. He's been able to get on base, and even the bottom part of the order.
Giants have 7 hits in this game, 6 of them extra base hits, including Kane himself with the double. Crawford, this has been the quiet spot in the order. Crawford's 0 for 2. Takes a strike.
Hirsch is the long guy for the Braves, so you would imagine he's going to definitely eat up this inning. Keep pitching until the spot comes up.
That's a ball to the Giants shortstop. Another one at 95 miles an hour.
Does have a changeup, but I think he's mainly fastball slider.
Crawford fouls it out of play. Look who made a good catch. Bring your glove.
Nice play. Sticks the glove out there, makes the catch. And it looks like she was crushing some cotton candy.
Must have been, right?
Something.
Can't hide that. It's more blue than the jacket. That's a ball to Crawford.
There's the changeup.
Big smile. That's why you bring your glove.
And you stick around after an hour and 26-minute rain delay just for that moment right there.
And then you get to tell everybody how you pulled it off. Now see, look, I was watching. Crawford toward left center field. Kemp moving back, and he will make the catch. That's the best play I've seen Matt Kemp make in a while out there. 2 down.
That was a nice play, nice running catch over the shoulder. You watch it right here. Crawford gets the fastball, drives it the other way. Kemp takes a little bit of a banana route on over the play, but nonetheless makes a nice catch.
So 2 down for Hundley, who is 0 for 2. Tough luck for Crawford, by far his best at bat of the game. Still 2 on, and that one's picked by Suzuki, ball 1.
Even though Crawford got out, still our favorite player.
Has to be.
Yeah.
Hundley had a good rip. 1-1. One hour 26-minute delay at the start. Giants hitters are happy the game got started. A lot of good at bats. Right on the corner. I don't think Hundley necessarily agreed.
Yeah, it looked a little off, but again, we talked about it. Quinn Walcott has a little bit larger zone, definitely a larger one than you saw last night, and it's going to be larger when it's yeah, it's a ball, but it's going to be larger on a getaway day and after a rain delay. You don't want to sit here and close up the zone.
2-2. So it's getaway night for the umpires too.
Exactly.
They're packing up, getting ready to move to their next series, wherever it may be. Likely that this crew is not flying as far as the Giants are.
Looking for some add-on runs here.
2-2. Oh, right back off of Hirsch, and hopefully he's okay. He's not going to get to first in time, and that is secondary. Man, that one right back to the pitcher. And I guess okay is a relative term. It must have gotten him in the shoulder, upper arm. Yikes.
You can have Chuck Hernandez go out there and check him out. Fastball right back up the box. Looks like it got him right off the patch, right off the on the sleeve. Upper arm, been checking on it. Nowadays, you never want a pitcher to, you never want to mess around with an arm. I wouldn't be too surprised if they go ahead and take him out the ball game. We'll see what happens. Snickers are walking out there. He's going to assess the situation too. I mean, especially when you got a guy that can throw with this kind of velocity.
Well, what does it feel like if you get hit like that? Does the muscle start to tighten?
Yeah.
Do you not feel loose?
I think that's exactly what starts happening. I've taken a couple shots. I've never thrown at this kind of high velocity, but when you get hit up there, it's like almost if you get a Charlie horse or something like that. It just gets a little bit tight. You get some of the bullpen guys already just kind of up and walking around and making sure everything's okay. Seems to be fine on these warm-up pitches, but at this rate, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody gets hot. Hundley with 110 off the bat. Understandably so, that he's not going to get over and cover the first base. I don't think he had any idea where that ball went.
That's just self-perseverance at that point. I mean, off the bat, that looked like he was coming right back towards his face.
Yeah, that was. I've been in those situations. It's a scary moment. You're thankful to be towing the rubber right now.
Bases loaded. Gorkis on the first pitch to shortstop for out number 3. But Joe Panic goes deep, and the Giants playing bye-bye baby a little bit more often these days, taking advantage of the ballpark here in Atlanta, trying to split the series. They lead the Braves 6-4. By T-Mobile, Mets and the Giants when we get back home to San Francisco tomorrow. The Friday night game, Ty Block, Seth Lugo. That's the matchup in Game 1. How about the matchup on Saturday? We will not televise radio broadcast on our flagship KNBR. Jacob deGrom and Johnny Cueto, the pitching matchup in the middle game. And then Rafael Montero and Matt Moore go on Sunday. 3-game series. Mets only trip to San Francisco all year.
That Saturday matchup, 4:15 start. Those two guys in the shadows.
You're thinking we won't be seeing a lot of hits?
I'm thinking that might be one of the faster games played at AT&T Park this year.
Book your dinner reservations accordingly.
With those two guys.
Here's Brandon Phillips against Kane, and he hits a high drive deep left field. Slater will just watch it go all the way into the second deck. On the first pitch of the bottom of the 5th, it's a 1-run game. 3rd home run of the night for the Braves.
Caught a hanging curveball first pitch. He knew he got it. Let's take a look at that pitch. Trying to get it down and away, left it up and in, and he knew he got it. Put the extension on it, then gives a little peek at Matt Cain after that to see what his reaction is. I'm sure Matt didn't enjoy it.
So here's Markakis, the guy who has driven in 3 of their 5 runs with a 2-run homer and a single. 22 runs for the Braves in the series, 13 by way of the homer. That's baseball these days. Teams are hitting home runs at a record pace. Jason Mott is up in the bullpen, by the way, Javi, and I think that's what you were talking about after the shot off the shoulder of Hirsch. They let him stay in. He threw another pitch. He got Gorkys Hernandez on one more pitch now that he's back in the dugout. Whether that muscle's tightening up or they just are doing it for precautionary reasons, I would think that Hirsch is coming out of the game.
I think so too. It's like I said, you don't want to mess around with those guys, with any pitchers in particular, but especially when they're throwing with some high velocity and they take a shot like that. It's best to use the caution.
That ball is into right field. Another hit for Markakis. He's 3 for 3. That'll be a single. Brian Morris up again in the Giants bullpen. And I guarantee you Bruce Bochy is thinking about when is the right time to make that move.
You'd like to get him through the inning. I know that's how Bochy works. You want to get the guy the win, but you also want a happy flight. So that's what he's trying to battle with right now. And for Matt, he's just looking for a ground ball, settle things down, get a double play, and get things back in order.
Kemp pops it up. Posey over, and I think the wind is helping push that one away. It certainly wasn't pushing it back to the field. Matt Kemp has hit the ball well to center field twice, both times caught by Gorkys Hernandez. Home runs, big power again this year for Matt Kemp. Seemed to have sort of found a home in Atlanta.
Real nice pitch. Down and in. Good velocity too. 92 on that 2-seamer. Good action. Now you can go for a punch out or again try to get that 5-4-3 double play that Kemp hit into a couple nights ago.
Still 0-2. Another foul for Kemp. It's almost like he's limping around after these swings.
There's the old car alarm that Kuiper loves.
I mean, I sort of get the joke a little bit, but they have an interesting way of using their sound effects. It's been one of my takeaways from SunTrust Park. Oh, there we go.
There's the
another
broken
one.
glass.
Yep.
Broken glass everywhere.
Aren't they so clever here in Atlanta? They do a pretty good job with the in-game stuff. But mostly I'm talking about the freeze. The freeze is the best thing that's happened to in-game entertainment since the Philly Fanatic.
Freeze is impressive.
Kemp to center field, and it's going to fall. The Braves have 2 on, nobody out. That may force Bruce Bochy's hand. I think you're right. He wanted to stick with Kane, but figuring that he can't any longer, and the Giants. Well, I thought maybe he was going to make a double switch, but instead he's just making the pitching change. So Bochy out, Kane out, Morris coming in. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change, tune-up, and brake experts.
You just don't want to miss. StubHub, your ticket out. StubHub is the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of the San Francisco Giants.
Well, Matt Cain goes 4 innings plus, leaves with the Giants ahead. He won't have a chance to get a victory himself. 6-5. Brian Morris out of the bullpen for his 20th appearance of the year.
Yeah, he's going to come on. We've seen him before. Giants fans are getting familiar with him. He's going to have a 4-seam velocity, about 94, 95, always in the mid-90s. A good, hard, biting slider, about 89 and 91. We'll mix in a sinker and a curveball as well. But when he's on, he's down in the zone with a lot of movement, late life.
Well, not an easy task right out of the bullpen to face a guy who is as hot as Matt Adams is with the home run ball. 2 on, no outs. He got Adams to chase, strike 1.
There's the slider right there. Morris can get some ground balls. When he's going good, he's a worm killer. See Santana running at first base for Kemp. So like you were talking about, maybe something was going.
Seemed like it, right? That's outside. 1-1, 94-mile-an-hour fastball. It's been a good addition to the Giants bullpen. He's had some blow-up outings. So the numbers don't look great, but I think on a night-to-night basis, Brian Morris generally has done a good job.
He's got a lot of great stuff. When he's really been on, the velocity's even higher, mid to upper 90s. He used to be a starter, so he has 4-pitch mix.
Strike 2 swinging at 95. Would you like that from a reliever to have all those weapons?
Well, I don't think it hurts, especially when you're in this kind of role right here. If you're the first guy in after the starter, you basically, if he's filling in that long relief role, you need to be able to go ahead and have more than 2 pitches, and he's that kind of guy. And it's all overpowering. When he's locked in, it's all darting and diving and going everywhere.
Couldn't get him to chase that time. We get some relievers who have 1 pitch and succeed that way, and some who, whether they're converted starters or what, have those extra weapons.
Now in this spot with a short bench, who knows if he lets him hit.
Two. Adams to left field, and it's going to fall. Coming around third, that's Markakis. Slater's throw is cut off, and the Braves have tied this game. Still nobody out in the inning.
Well, Matt Adams, you mentioned he's been hot. Got himself to a 2-2 count. Tried to bury his slider. Tried to get it down and in, left it up and away. Wasn't really a great swing, but just found the right spot. Right down the line, but again, he's a ground ball kind of guy. Still just want to manage the inning right here.
Adams, I don't know if it's the case the last couple of years. When we first start to see all the big overshifts on the infield especially for left-handed hitters like Adams, he was one of the very best, I thought, at beating the shift, using left field. We haven't seen quite as much of that from him when we've watched him lately. And that's a called strike to Suzuki.
Nice pitch there. You got Kelby now even with the bag.
But I thought Adams was one of the first of those big sluggers to say, okay, fine, you're going to shift against me. Well, I'm gonna intentionally try to use left field.
Yeah, that's true. He made adjustments pretty quickly.
Morris is going to spin and look, paying attention to that lead runner. That's Santana, remember, he came on for Kemp.
Joe's jockeying him pretty well at second base. Joe doesn't want to give up positioning too much, but he's respecting Santana's speed. See Joe right there. Because you want Crawford to be able to get over into the hole.
Strike 2 swinging, 95 with movement.
That's what the Giants fell in love with. That's why they brought him in. They saw a lot of it in Florida. The Marlins, it's a 2-seamer. I mean, he's trying to go down and in with that 2-seamer, and it dives down like a slider at 95. Got to give Hundley some credit to be able to grab that one.
Oh, 2. Suzuki rips one into left field, a 2-strike pitch. Coming around third, they're going to wave Santana. Slater's throw, the tag, he is safe. Good throw, just couldn't quite get him. The Braves have gone ahead in an 0-2 count.
It's an 0-2 count, trying to bury. You see Slater get a better grip this time. Throws a strong throw to the plate. Just a better slide by Santana. Now you got Dave Righetti talking strategy here. No action in the pen. This is Morris to get out of. He's probably just reminding him he's a ground ball guy. Let's just stay aggressive down in the zone. It's a 0-2 pitch. You don't want to make that mistake. It does happen. But when you try to go in, you want to miss in. 0-2 pitch. He's trying to go inside. Just catches too much plate. Leaks back over. And Suzuki in protect mode just has the foot down, just trying to read and react, and he does that. Got himself a base hit and an RBI.
Still no outs in the inning. That's back-to-back 2-strike hits against Morris after coming to the game. He got ahead of Adams, couldn't quite put him away. Got ahead of Suzuki 0-2. Now Dansby Swanson.
I would imagine Mergetti was just telling him to slow it down a little bit. He's getting a little jumpy in the mechanics, and that's affecting his location.
That one is muscled into left field. Another hit. Adams will get the stop sign. Bases loaded. That is 6 straight hits to start the inning for the Braves. So they're thinking about a very big inning. Ron Woda's trying to set the defense. Bruce Bochy. And I think you were right. They have made the decision that this is Brian Morris's situation here. We got Camargo, the switch hitter, up. Still nobody out. Lane Adams is the guy who's come out on deck.
Camargo will be aggressive, so looking to get the double play back at home.
In the dirt. Nice save by Hundley.
Nice block. Nice block.
They still got a long way to go in this game. It's only a 1-run game. And even if the Braves get an extra run in this inning.
You look at the cutter, slider buried down and in. Nice job by Nick. Not only the block it, but the smother it. Keep it right in front of home plate.
And the idea now is just to prevent this from becoming a huge inning where the Braves feel like they can start to put the game away. Camargo to left. Slater sprinting over, and he makes a sensational catch. Tagging at third, Adams. He'll come in to score. What will go down as a sacrifice fly, but a heck of a play by Austin Slater.
Definitely, as he's replacing his divot out there. Great slide, great play. You know, you look at the effort right here. Nice job. I know he's trying to pop up to get a throw off. It's not going to happen on the slick track. Easy tag for Adams, but once again, you're 1 pitch away. You got a pinch hitter coming up here, but you're just 1 pitch away from getting out of the inning.
It will be Lane Adams against Morris. First and second, now 1 out. Suzuki at second. Swanson is the runner at first. With the slider up and in. And left field for the Giants this year has been such a problem, and not just offensively, defensively as well. Austin Slater has provided some bat, and I think you have to be impressed with the way he plays left field.
He reads the ball off the bat very well. He's got a strong arm. He's quick.
That one is hit down the left field line and very deep. This one is into that second deck. That's the second one of the inning up there by the Braves.
And that's his first home run of the year.
That turns it into a very big inning.
0-1. Slider, trying to bury it down and away. Left it middle in. Adams put a good swing on it and hit it pretty close to the same spot as Brandon Phillips, and the Braves have busted it. We're wide open now.
Well, 3 of the runs charged to Kane. 4 runs charged to Morris. Still only 1 out. Now back to the top of the order. That is the first major league home run for Lane Adams.
outs. There's no getting around it.
Yeah, even with the sac fly scoring a run, it was 8-6. You get an out. Third base is empty. You're at the bottom of the order. Pinch hitter. Start to think, okay, get back in the dugout. Inciarte to left. 2 down. And guess who's going to come up here? Brandon Phillips, the guy who led off the inning with the second deck home run. So 2 down for Phillips. Got it all started with his 5th home run. Braves have hit 4 home runs. Both Adams have gone deep. Matt Adams, Lane Adams, Markakis, and Phillips as well. Kyle Crick is up at the bullpen. So tonight's going to be the night, I think, almost certainly, whether it's now or in the next inning, where we're going to see Crick make his major league debut.
You got to get him in a game. It's one of those things that you definitely try to do with the rookies. When you get them up, get them in. The more you sit on it, the more you think about it. So it's good to see him warming up.
Of that big 8th inning in game 1 of the series. There were 2 different 7-run innings in this 4-game series. The big inning has just plagued the Giants pitching staff this year. For whatever reason, they just have had a hard time. You give up 2, you give up 3, and way too often that's turned into 7.
Yeah, it's tough to manage the innings.
1-2 to Phillips, just off the outside. That one almost hit him. I don't think Kane was happy with Brandon Phillips after hitting that home run, but I don't think that pitch has anything to do with that.
No, Morris is just having one of those nights. The location's not where he wants it to be. He's leaving a lot of pitches arm side. He by no means is trying to hit Brandon Phillips right now. He's just trying to figure out where the ball is going, where his release point is.
3-2. Kind of hung that one out over the plate. Phillips hit it foul. And the mistake pitches for Brian Morris in this inning have been hittable. Sometimes you bounce one, sometimes you throw a scud, whatever. Sometimes your mistake comes right in the hitting zone. Ball 4. So an 11th hitter of the inning will come up. Remember, the pitcher spot is due to lead off in the 6th for the Giants. Giants have such a short bench. I'm sure Bruce Bochy doesn't want to use Crick for just 1 out. He's looking at that card thinking, well, where do I have to go? He also knows that he can't stick with Brian Morris for much longer.
Just looking for him to take a deep breath, slow it down. And the situations are hard when you've given up 4 2/3 already. You just need to find a way to just execute a pitch.
That one into right center field, and that's going to drop. Just a bloop. Phillips will go around to third. Nick Markakis is 2 for 2 in the inning and 4 for 4 tonight Bochy is feeling like he has seen enough.
Well, I think you're right. Again, with the short bench, you don't want to dig in. We see the big inning happening now. Oh, here he does. Here he comes. You're right.
Over the years, I learned how to read the body language of the manager. So he is going to make a double switch with that pitcher spot due to lead off. That'll allow Crick to stay in the game and hopefully give the Giants some more outs. So Kyle Crick's going to make his major league debut. Brandon Belt's going out to the outfield. We're going to see Austin Slater in center field. We got a lot going on when we come back to Atlanta. And yet still 2 outs and 2 runners on, and the Giants making a couple of changes here. Kyle Crick comes in, and that's the big news because Kyle Crick is making his major league debut. At one time, not just the Giants' biggest prospect, but really one of the bigger pitching prospects in the game. Could never harness his great stuff with command. Has made giant progress in that regard this year, pitching for AAA Sacramento out of the bullpen. Those are good numbers. A 2.76 ERA in the PCL. Still got the swing and miss stuff. So a big league debut for Kyle Crick. And he'll face Danny Santana, trying to get the Giants back in the dugout. Get the 3rd out here in the 5th inning. Right out of bed, a 95-mile-an-hour fastball.
That's what you're going to see out of the big Texan. They're throwing the ball out. He doesn't even know how this is going. Step out, first pitch. His debut pitch.
We saw Brandon Belt. He is the left fielder. And Austin Slater, I've been wondering whether Austin Slater can play center field. Maybe not on an everyday basis, but can he give you some innings out there? We're going to see here now. Slater's playing center for the first time. Another fastball. Strike 2.
That looked like it got Hundley pretty good on the wrist or thumb or something. Tough guy will never show it, but let's take another look here. Oh yeah, it looks like he just kind of clipped off the glove. It's a little stinger in the hand.
Yep. 0-2. Fastball into right field, base hit. Phillips will come in to score. It is 12-6 Braves. That's another 2-strike pitch right out over the plate. First one from Crick, but we saw that a lot, way too much from Morris.
Hey, look at 0-2 pitch trying to elevate. Just doesn't quite get it up in the zone, and he knows it. But now he's got that one out of the way. It's time to get the Giants back in the dugout.
Fastball for a strike to Matt Adams.
And that's what you're going to see out of him right there. The velocity mid to upper 90s. Slider coming off of that.
Well, you know the heart is pumping. I don't care what the score, what the situation. It's the first time on a major league mound for Kyle Crick. He's been dreaming about this moment for a long time.
Yeah, you had that extra couple decks, big bright lights, facing some guys with some resumes. It's a moment. It takes a little bit to slow it down.
Adams against the fastball, 1-2. Well, the scouting report, look, we're not watching every day in AAA, and we haven't seen much of this kid in spring training the last few years. But the scouting report is the slider is the better of the off-speed pitches. I think we saw that changeup earlier in the at-bat. I think that was the slider. It was up.
That's it. He's just trying to slow it down. And he's kind of, and this happens to every rookie. They toe the rubber, they get a little quick. But he's pounding the strike zone. That's what you want to see.
One-two through the slider, and it was pulled foul. Again, whether you're gripping it a little too hard, or you're overthrowing it, whatever, those are some mistakes in a 2-strike count out over the plate.
And Adams pulled that on the line over the dugout.
He did. Yes, he did. I noticed that.
You don't see that very often.
No. Almost hit it straight behind him. He hits that one to shallow left. Brandon Belt, the new left fielder, catches it, and he'll lead off in the 6th. And maybe now that Kyle Crick is in the books, he's got a big league out, he can settle down. 12-6 Braves.
Some awesome giveaways are connected with our new special events, Summer of Love, Game of Thrones Night, and of course, the long-standing fan favorite, Pixar Day. Reminder, to receive these great special event items, you must purchase a special event ticket. Visit sfgiants.com/special events for more information.
Well, the Giants had a lead, and now they've given it up. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change, tune-up, and brake experts. 8-run innings tend to do that to you. Jason Mott takes over on the mound.
He does, and he's coming in for the 25th time, and saw him a couple nights ago. You're going to see the cutters a lot. Oh, goodness.
Catchers are getting beat up.
He's basically a 2-pitch mix guy. He's going to throw lots of cutters and then fastballs. Fastballs like you saw there in the mid-90s. Cutter about 88. Occasional change-ups around 90 as well. He's just going to reach back and let her fly.
Cut his ear, I think, Kurt Suzuki. So kids, you want to be a catcher? You better be tough.
Wait as long as you can, like Buster did. Do it in college.
1-1. Lane Adams, who hit his first big league home run as a part of that big inning. He's in left. Danny Santana at second. So Brandon Phillips is out of the game, huh? Ball 2 to Brandon Belt. This is his first at bat. He came on as a part of the double switch that got Crick in. Fastball right by him. 2-2.
Kipe was mentioned this last time Mott was pitching. He's squinting when he's looking for the sign. It could be a little disheartening as a hitter when you see the pitcher not seeing the signals from the catcher.
That's a Jake Peavy style.
Yeah. Guys had to go out there with paintbrushes on their fingers. Look at him squinting, see what's going on.
Struck him out. I never, Jake Peavy, I mean, who we loved having around, he could not see the signs from the catcher.
No.
And Buster Posey had to paint his whole fingers a certain color so that Peavy could see. And then he would go up at the plate, and he was a good hitter. I mean, how you can't see the catcher's signs, but you can hit major league pitching? I never understood that one.
That's part of the beauty of Jake.
It's like a miracle. Here's Tomlinson taking a strike.
He'd do that, and he'd always find a song that'll change your life. This song will change your life.
Come on, you miss him.
Yeah, absolutely. He's always full of entertainment.
Full of life. That one fouled off. It's 0-2 to Tomlinson. I heard he was working out, maybe trying to stay in pitching shape. See if somebody, you know, sometimes we've seen that. There have been a few guys who have maybe come into a season thinking, well, I might not have 200 innings in me, but I might have 80, and wait till around this time of year, start working out. Maybe a team has a pitching need. Fresh arm. Tomlinson dunks one into right field. 2-strike hitting from Kelby. Brandon Phillips, we were wondering exactly why he was the guy who came out of the game. This was during his last at bat, almost like his hip is bothering him. What do you think?
Yeah, it's definitely what it looks like.
He walked home on the fly ball that scored the run.
Yeah, you hate to speculate. It just looks like something's bothering him, and when you put up an 8 spot, you can afford to do that.
Yeah. He's old. In a baseball sense. He's been around a long time.
You look at the take.
Yeah, ouch. Back, hip.
Yeah, something.
We won't guess, but
hey, that dude can still play.
He can. He's got a great personality. The stuff he did in Cincinnati with the fans there was tremendous. I mean, he would go on Twitter or Facebook, whatever it was, and he would solicit, like, hey, you got a high school game? I'll come watch you play tonight. We got a night off. And so some kid playing for a local high school would send him a tweet, and he would show up at the game.
That is pretty cool.
He was really, really good about that stuff, Brandon Phillips. And whatever you call it, the butterfly effect, or how one decision impacts another. Remember that Washington Nationals thought they had a deal for Brandon Phillips.
Right.
And he didn't want to leave Cincinnati. He loved it there. He had a no-trade clause. He turned it down. And so Phillips didn't go to Washington, and they signed Daniel Murphy. And Daniel Murphy, in these 2 years since going to the Nats, he's been one of the great hitters in the game, has been a huge part of their team.
Has found launch angle.
And that was not their original plan. They wanted Brandon Phillips. What could have been. Panik takes the ball, 2-2. Panik's got a home run and a walk in this game. Well, Dusty's Nats, they continue to lead the National League East. The Braves are actually the second place team. They're 5 games under 500. They're in second. So it's a 9.5 game lead for the Nats in the division. That ball popped up. 2 down.
Yeah, it's a down year in the East.
But with this is really the time we already started to hear rumors today about Echeverria, the shortstop of the Marlins. Like maybe there was some urgency. They were trying to trade him sooner rather than later. And usually once a deal or two starts to happen, then I think you start to see the whole trade market open up. And the Nats are going to be looking for bullpen help. Some of these contending teams, there are some clear needs.
See, the Red Sox are looking for a third baseman.
They are. An old Giants third baseman is not doing well. Pence into center field, a base hit for Hunter. You said it his last at bat. He'd been 0 for 3, but the swings have been better.
Yeah, that's a great swing right there. You see gets a breaking ball, gets the cutter right here, stays through it, drives it up the middle. And with the Giants down the way they are, I guess they're just playing a little station to station.
I mean, Kelby Tomlinson, the center fielder, Inciarte, backed up and played that ball on a bounce. He was 380 feet away from home plate, and Kelby just went to second and stopped.
Playing for the 3-run homer.
Buster Posey having a huge night. Let's see, he's got a chance to add to that. 3 for 3, a home run, 2 doubles. That slugging average is going up. The batting average is going up. This part of the season, it's hard to impact your numbers so dramatically in one game. He's doing it.
Yeah.
The Nats, we were just talking about them. They have the day off. So Posey, as of this moment, has tied Ryan Zimmerman for the National League lead in batting average. 347.
Battle of ACC alums. Zimmerman a Cavalier, and Buster a Seminole.
0-2. You're firmly on one side of that ACC rivalry yourself.
Well, no, when it comes to batting titles, I'm always going to root for Gerald. I just want to give heads up, but there's Cavaliers out there.
Yeah, there are. Several got drafted in the first round this year.
Back to back.
Back to back first round top 10 picks.
That's right.
They must have won the national title, right, with those guys on their team?
They did.
Really?
Yeah.
A couple of years ago.
You can't win it every year.
No, that's true. One of the kids was a first baseman, right?
Yes.
So
He's going to be in Arizona.
You paved the way for him.
Yeah, I see what you did there. Yeah.
Posey strikes out swinging, and the bat went flying. So Buster makes it out for the first time of the game. 2 left, 12-6 Atlanta.
NBC Sports Bay Area is brought to you by Toyota, the full-line automaker with the longest-lasting vehicles in America. Toyota, let's go places. By Heffernan Insurance Brokers, insurance and financial services for you and your business. Visit hefins.com. By Jack in the Box, come try the new sweet or spicy barbecue bacon cheeseburger and chicken sandwich. Limited time only. By Southwest, yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. By the all-new 2017 Chrysler Pacifica. And by AAA. Get a free Giants welcome mat. Restrictions apply. Go to AAA.com/Giants or to a AAA branch for details.
SunTrust Park, our first visit here, a 4-game series. We would have loved the park even more had it not rained every single day. And 3 different rain delays in the 4 games. And had the Giants played a little better. They had a lead in this game. It has been a crazy game. There's still a long way to go in this park. It may not be Coors Field, but the way the ball has flown here, I think you feel like you're in the game almost no matter what the score is. And this will be interesting. I'm interested to see Kyle Crick, after getting the final out in the 5th inning, whether that settles him down a little bit.
Well, this is a shouldn't say no pressure. It's always pressure when you're pitching at big league level, but low pressure situation when the score is what it is.
Maybe had a chance to let that adrenaline calm down a little bit in the dugout. 1-2. It was part of that 2011 draft. Panic was their first pick. Susak was a great pick. Osage, Derek Law, Kelby Tomlinson, Clayton Blackburn's made the big leagues. That is a heck of a draft.
It is. Every one of them with some BLT, some big league time. I mean, that's.
Suzuki skies one to right center. Slater for out number 1. Hey, I got to see it. I missed it on Monday. They had to beat the freeze. This guy had absolutely no chance. What?
I mean, no. He's blowing a tire
already. I mean, the freeze, he's already about to fall.
Almost fell over. He's really pumped. He's breathing hard. And then, boom. Down goes Freeze.
Now, look, I don't say this lightly. I do believe he had been overserved before running that race. He was wobbling from the start.
Well, let's just hope he's not driving home.
Rain delay, I think. The freeze wasn't even in the picture, and he's already stumbling.
It's getting to the point where the freeze is going to just backpedal to make it a race.
I love it, though.
Oh, yeah.
There's something about the optics of, because really he waits 5 seconds, right? I think that's the rule. And you get such a big head start in 5 seconds. It just looks like, oh, come on. He's going to win this one. And no, he has lost one time,
and I'm not sure you're going to see it happen anytime soon after that one.
You're going to screen the contestants a little better.
Yeah. That guy, the one that beat him, I think, was sandbagging a little bit.
Maybe the freeze was taking it for granted. Maybe getting a little, overconfident. Since then, it's been a wipeout.
It is entertaining, though.
I like it. Three and one. But it would be exciting for the Giants if Kyle Crick, who, if you saw him on that list, he was their 2nd pick that year. He was like a supplemental 1st-round pick. Great arm out of high school, and immediately started striking guys out in the minor leagues. And he was considered a big-time prospect. Swanson pops it up. Panic. Crick's draft mate. 2 down.
That's why he wears number 49, because he was a 49th pick. I mean, obviously he's not wearing 49 up here, because you just, whatever uniform you get. You don't get upset. But yeah, you make a draft. I guess any draft you hope to get 5 guys maybe to the big leagues, and they're cranking them out. Every one of those guys are some big league time. Now the crick's up, and it's a credit to John Barr and everybody else that was involved.
And not just players in that list who've had a cup of coffee. I mean, those are Panic has been the key player of a World Series champion, but other guys who've been big time contributors.
Yeah, one that you ended up having to trade to get Will Smith, another good arm in the bullpen, and Andrew Susak.
Well, Mom and Dad are here. Reggie on the left, stressing out. It ain't easy to watch your kid pitch in the big leagues. Twyla is his mom, and she's on the right in the orange. And a family friend there with the two of them. Oh, man. You'd love to be enjoying your kid's big league debut. I'm not sure that qualifies as enjoying. He's got a chance to make it a 1-2-3 inning, though.
Plenty of time to enjoy after the game. I can only imagine.
Yeah.
That's such a special moment.
Your dad is so even keeled. I cannot see him stressing out. A little squibber. All right, come on, Mom and Dad. You can smile. Yeah.
There we go.
He blinked. 12-6 Braves. Kipe will come back and join Javi right after this.
Local Toyota dealer. And when you look at it, it's not going to be a pretty picture. You just look right there. The Giants had the lead. And then you see the big 8 spot right there in the bottom of the 5th inning. Buster Posey's having himself a night. 3 for 4 with a home run, a couple RBIs. Both starters not really effective. When you look at it, Nick Markakis with a real big night, but that 5th inning is the story of the ball game. And now taking the mound is Ian Kroll for the Braves. Coming out for the 29th time. What you're seeing out of this guy is a lefty with a mid-90s velocity, as you can see right there, with a slider, curveball, changeup mix, but he's mainly going to throw fastball sliders. And welcome him back to the booth, the man with the velvety voice, Mr. Dwayne Kuiper.
Thank you very much. Slater's had a nice night. He's got a couple of hits and a walk. Boy, radio was a blast over there, I got to tell you. I've never had so much fun in my entire life.
Sense of the sarcasm.
Yeah, I got the line drive base hit down pat. Trust me. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Slater, and he takes a strike. It's amazing how sometimes you just cannot stop the bleeding. You can't do it. And and you're going to run into that. You usually run into it in Denver with a few bloops and those types of things, but wasn't the case tonight. Slater flips one to right. Is this going to fall? No. It's amazing how his first at bat in the big leagues, that's a base hit.
Right.
But you start to play a few games and the teams get to know how you're going to hit, and they're shading Slater to right field, and it's an out. So here's Crawford. Crawford would like to join the party. He's 0 for 3.
It's one of the crazy storylines. There's one of many. I mean, there's many obviously for this season for the Giants, but the batting around, those long innings, just unable to stop the bleeding, unable to manage the inning.
And not only do they wear you out in the scoreboard, but I mean, you get worn out standing around defensively.
Definitely.
Crawford lifts one to left. 2 outs. And that'll bring up Hundley. Hundley tonight, he's got 1 hit in 3 at bats. He had a line drive off of the shoulder of Jason Hirsch. So he does have a hit in this game. And here he takes the first pitch down low.
See Busker and Hunter talking down there. Got to kind of wonder where their minds are at.
Maybe not yet quite thinking about tomorrow against the Mets, but maybe getting close. Be good to get home for everybody.
One thing you got to like is the way both those guys are swinging the bat.
Out of play. It's 2-1. Absolutely. If you get those two on the same page, it just makes so much better for the middle of your lineup. You get Belt going, you get Slater to continue doing what he's doing.
Yep.
Crawford, get him going. And you really have to think about trying to finish up as strong as you can before the All-Star break, and then just let it all hang out after the All-Star break and see what happens. And then, you know, at some point, and Brian Sabian and Bobby Evans are going to have to make a decision on what direction they want to go.
Sure.
As to who stays and who goes.
I personally would like to see Nick Hundley get a hit so we can see Kyle Crick have his first major league at bat.
Yeah, it would be great. Maybe next inning. Adams is going to lead things off. regulation year isn't that good. Although, hey, in this ballpark, 6 runs is like 3 in some other parks. And we've had a chance to enjoy watching Kyle Crick. 5th inning was no fun. The family.
I think they were kind of hoping it was over so they could just take a deep breath.
They actually got pretty good seats. Here's Lane Adams, who hit a home run. He drives one into right center field. Slater. Not a problem. Lane Adams about ready to become a household name after this game as he is retired, and that'll bring to the plate Inciarte. You forget that we're only in the 7th inning. Those getaway days that you want to speed it along a little bit. No. No rain on getaway days. No. Day games on getaway. No. 0 for 3. Inciarte is 2 for 4. On deck is, well, we don't know who's on deck. We're about to find out, though.
Yeah, right now it's the pitcher.
Ah,
It's
Kroll
Mr.
is
Kroll.
on deck.
Yeah.
Ball back. Nothing in 2. Trying to help out some of our Giants fans below us. There's the family.
Stressed. We'll be there.
Old foul. Live and die with each pitch. Your mom and dad have been there.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like he's like, oh, I thought the last inning was it. Now I can't breathe again. Let's make this quick.
Yep. Let's get this guy out and go after the pitcher, and then we're good.
Yeah. It's so great. Such a special moment. It's so awesome to be able to share your debuts with family.
Throwing every pitch with him. It's 0-2 to Inciarte. And just lifted out into center field for Slater. That should have been our key to the game. Hit it to Slater. 2 outs. And here's Kroll. I don't see anybody warming up. You might actually get the secret hit.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you don't need a full half inning to get loose, but
You just saw the entire Braves bullpen go underneath to go watch this at bat on TV.
and it's rolled foul, and it's no balls and 1 strike.
They were all. It is empty in there. Everyone is hanging out watching it, and then they just announced that he was hitting, and off they go.
Come on, he's got the sleeve on. He's got the elbow protector.
There he is. He's got a couple of bats. No stranger to the batter's box.
I'll bet just by the fact that he's got that protection on that he thinks he can hit a little bit. He's got a good stance, slightly open stance.
He's got a good bat wiggle going.
He does. He's down to the knob.
The question is that bat his? Does it have his name on it?
That's true. That's a good point. 1-2. Number 59.
It's exactly what you want to get out of Crick. You want to get the butterflies out of the way. And I've been impressed with what I'm seeing. The guy's pounding the strike zone, not only with the fastball, with the break and stuff.
Belt. Side retired. Nice job. Yeah. There you go, Dad. Easy now. 12-6 Atlanta.
Hour of sports talk in the Bay Area. The Happy Hour tonight after Giants postgame live. Tonight after postgame live on NBC Sports Bay Area.
It's a 12-6 lead for Atlanta here in the 8th. Not get a chance to see Kyle Crick hit. It'll be Aaron Hill and then Belt.
Now they can breathe. They're laughing, making phone calls.
Whew. 1 ball and no strikes to Hill, hitting 136. Santos, George getting loose. Takes low, 2-0. 6 runs, 10 hits for the Giants. 12 runs, 16 hits for the Atlanta Braves. And a strike to Hill. They have been taking all the way. 2 balls and a strike. It'll be a quick turnaround for the Giants. Let's see. I always kind of judge how fast the homestand is by can you get your dry cleaning back in time.
That's absolutely valid.
Hill rolls it foul. So tomorrow, Friday, you turn in your if you get it to the dry cleaners Friday. Hope to get it back by Monday or Tuesday because the suitcase goes back on the plane Wednesday. So it would be wise for us who are traveling to get it in by tomorrow or Saturday. Back on the plane on Wednesday. You know, the hard part for the and we've talked about this before is tomorrow morning when the Giants, when they walk into the house, you see Buster and Belt and some of the players that have kids. I mean, they may walk in the house tomorrow at 7 in the morning. Kids are going to be up.
Yeah.
They don't care what time
or
you've been on a plane.
Not at all.
Hill hits a high fly ball to left. Adams is over and under. 1 out. RBI Baseball 2017 returns with fast-paced pick-up and play MLB action packed with all your favorite MLB teams, players, ballparks, and much more. Learn more at rbigame.com. That's a big yawn from that guy. Here's Belt. Mott struck out Belt in the 6th inning. And a swing and a foul in and out of the glove of Suzuki. It's no balls and 1 strike. Belt with that .223 average, and you know he would like to restart things. Once you get to the All-Star break, that's rolled foul. No balls and 2 strikes. Overshift is on as Camargo is the lone defender on the left side. Swanson moves to the right of second base. Big shift on the infield, straightaway in the outfield. Belt fouls it back. Yeah, we've been here before with that. It's midnight.
Giants fans still.
They're hanging in there. They may not look happy, but trust me, they are. Belt takes high, 1 and 2. Draft fans, meaning Belt fans. Cannot leave those out in the rain, though.
No.
Doesn't work real well. 1 and 2. High, 2 and 2. those stuffed animals in the rain, and then it's just you find them underneath the kid's bed. You go, what is under there? 2 balls and 2 strikes. Belt fouls it out of play. I know they have stats for just about everything. I'd like to know where Brandon Belt ranks in hitting foul balls. I bet he's top 10.
He's got to be up there for fan favorite. He hands out souvenirs.
Belt hits a high drive to right. This one's going to go. Gone.
And there's another souvenir right there. He's handing them out.
Fair foul. So Belt gets a breaking ball and he launches it. And it's 12-7.
There he goes. Look at this. Giraffe.
All right.
Giraffe.
She's been waiting all night to do this. So is the old, or maybe Grandpa.
That's great. Gets a hang. The heater.
A hanging heater.
Hanging heater, if there's such a thing.
Yes, there is.
Bada bing.
Trust me. That's what
Sorry.
That's what I got.
I was still stuck on the giraffe hats.
Oh, see, you wait around and it pays off. Tomlinson takes a strike.
Giants would like to get him going. Belt hasn't had a great road trip, but he's starting to bang out a few homers. Put together some good at bats.
When he starts hitting the fastball, that's a good thing. That's a bit outside. Evens the count at 2-2. Hill was retired on a fly ball to left, a homer by Belt, and now Tomlinson trying to get on for Joe Panik, who's homered in this game. It's 3-2, and now there is a right-hander throwing in the bullpen for the Atlanta Braves.
It looks like Vizcaíno is playing a little catch. Nothing too fast yet.
Stroked into left center field. Is it going to hang up? Adams drops it. And Tomlinson stopped running. And someone will mention to him that you can't do that. Tomlinson, by all rights, should have been at third.
You look at Adams tracking, calling it. You can read his lips. Got it. It seemed like it closed the glove too early. Tomlinson hits it. He thinks he's got something. Just jogging, good long strides, and then it drops.
So here's Panik.
And you know, you're right. We just don't know how this ballpark plays yet. Big inning can still be in the Giants' pocket.
There's a strike to Panik. We watched the Braves just roll hitter after hitter with singles, and that's what you have to do to try to get back into this game. It's 1 ball and 1 strike, and a feeling that Brian Snitker is going to want to put this to an end, and that's why he's got Vizcaíno up in the bullpen. There's a line drive and a base hit. Here comes Tomlinson. He's going to score, and it's 12-8. So that's how you make the error hurt.
Definitely good piece of hitting by Joe. Joe's put together some good at-bats tonight.
Indeed he has.
And again, he's been having a good road trip, and it's just nice to see if you can get all these guys clicking at the same time. I'm not sure if I've seen a Giants game where they have. I mean, they did have that win streak earlier where everybody was kind of clicking, but it's been a minute since we've seen that. So Little stall game now.
The getaway day stall game.
Yeah, here we go. Here comes Snicker to make sure Vizcaino's ready.
Well, Kroll did not get any help from his left fielder, so he's not exactly a happy camper. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change tune-up in brake experts.
NBC Bay Area and the Giants Television Network. Saturday, network television or listen on KMBR 680. Sunday at 1 p.m. with an hour-long pregame show at noon on NBC Sports Bay Area.
And Hunter Pence is going to hit. It's 12-8. Knocking out of the park here, and it's 12-10.
Yeah, it's going to be Aroldis Vizcaino who's going to try to shut this down. He's coming on for a 33rd time, and we've seen it already the last couple nights. You're going to see four-seam high velocity and a slider. Power stuff.
Swing. No balls and 1 strike. Down low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Buster Posey on deck. There's 1 out here in the 8th inning already. This game started at 9:01. Pence fouls it off the backstop, 1-2. The game was delayed by 1 hour and 26 minutes, and the combined delays in this series 3 hours and 25 minutes. All have been at the start of the games. Pence goes to right field, and guess what? He's got a base hit, and Joe Panik is on the move. He'll be held up at third. Pence with a double.
I'm telling you, I like what I see. The great at-bats getting put together here. Vizcaino's not an easy guy to hit. He's got some good numbers going. And you look at it, slider down and away, stays on it, gets it up a little bit, I guess, a little bit more, but he stays on it and hits it the other way. And when Hunter Pence is using all parts of the field, that's definitely a good sign for the big fella.
Great when you see his eyes get big.
Oh, yeah.
Here's Buster Posey. RBI opportunity for Buster. He's had 3 hits. He's 3 for 4, all extra base hits, including 1 that left the park in the 2nd. Here he rolls this one to short. Coming in to score is Panik. Mr. Posey's out. It's 12-9. So not exactly what Buster Posey wanted, but he does get the RBI. He's had 3 in the game. So here's Slater. If you're Slater, just keep the line moving.
Find a way to get the tying run on deck, or in the box, I should say.
And the first pitch is down low, 1 ball and no strikes.
And this is where sometimes you can catch a reliever where they're not expecting to throw. All of a sudden, your front line's setup guy needs to get hot. That'll take him a few to get in the zone.
On the ground to third, it's Camargo. And he throws it in the dirt. And Adams saves the day, and that'll end the inning. 12-9 Braves. Game live. You're going to get highlights, reaction, you're going to get analysis, and it's all coming up for an hour right after the game. George Contos is the new pitcher. It's time for a change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change tune-up and brake experts.
George is coming in for the 32nd time. Now you see their strikeouts are up, 33 innings. He's doing a great job attacking the zone. And he's looking to have a little bounce back outing after his last one, gave up a couple knocks. But what you're going to see at him is predominantly cutters, upper 80s, fastball in the low 90s, and sliders in the mid 80s, and you're going to see a lot of breaking stuff.
And the Giants would actually like to retire Nick Markakis in this game.
It'd be a good idea.
He's 4 for 4, including 2 hits in the same inning. Had a home run off of Matt Cain in the first. And a breaking ball for a called strike in its own one. Markakis waits on the 0-1 pitch. And he rolls this one to Buster Posey. Posey taking himself. 1 out. The quick feet of Buster Posey.
Never fails. You're going to get one of those tweeners when you're not playing a whole lot of first base, so you get one of those difficult plays.
Never fails. You're right.
It's a good job. Go ahead and take it yourself. Don't bother trying to flip it there.
Here's Danny Santana. First pitch is high. 1 ball and no strikes. and a strike. On deck is Matt Adams. When you look at this lineup, everybody really has contributed. Markakis a home run. Phillips a home run. Adams a home run. The other Adams a home run. Which is high. It's 3-1. This is the inning. If you're a reliever, you just don't want it to blow up on you.
Nope. He had a good 8th inning. Took advantage of an error.
Fouled off of Hundley.
That knocked his toe guard off.
Say something went flying. All right, put her back in.
Yeah. See the foul ball right here. Perfectly catches the top of the foot. You know that stings, but Hundley, man, never let him see you sweat. That guy.
Got that football mentality.
Yeah, he does.
3-2. And Markakis, George, my player of the game on the wrap. That's Santana. So here's
right.
Adams. Yeah,
He got Markakis.
I know.
Nice play by Hundley. Nice pitch by George. Now let's see if we can just finish the drill and get the boys back and see if they can get to. Looks like Johnson's warming up.
So Adams, who hit his 12th, or make that 13th, off of Kane, his 12th in a Cardinal uniform, or in a Braves uniform. He only had one in a Cardinal uniform. There's a swing and a miss. And you mentioned it earlier, maybe you mentioned it yesterday, but the Braves are very serious about Freddie Freeman and trying to play him at third base to keep Matt Adams at first.
Took some ground balls today.
Look out. It's foul.
Kick saving a beauty right there by Ramon De Jesus.
So 1-2 to Matt Adams. Overshift is on. Tomlinson at the shortstop position. This is rolled foul again. This is what we were talking about.
That's a big boy playing third base. That's 6'6" right there. But like you're talking about, that's Ron Washington doing his work. You see him. Looked like Terry Pendleton was there as well.
Yep. 3 straight foul balls nearly in the same spot.
I believe it was Brian Morris. He pulled the Brian Morris slider line drive into the net above the dugout.
Yeah. 1-2. Very high, 2-2. What's left of this crowd is now like that minor league game where you can stand at your position and hear a couple argue. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The left out of play.
Yeah. Bum fan.
I miss Bum. We'll be seeing Bum pretty soon.
On the comeback trail.
Yes, he is. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that'll be foul.
Heads up. Those are sound effects. Come on, play there.
Really one of the great reasons why I can't wait to get out of here. And it doesn't have to. You don't have to do it on every foul ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I was about ready to ask for time. Down the left field line off the end of the bat, foul. Adams will retreat. So what does a catcher that's playing first do when he wants to relax? He gets in.
He's down in the squat.
Mike would say squat.
Squat.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Off of Cantos to Posey to Cantos. A bruise for an out, and he'll take it. 9th inning coming up. It's a save situation for Jim Johnson, and that's the Atlanta Braves closer.
He's coming off for the 31st time. Blew a save. Just coming off a blown save, I should say. So he can be gotten to. And I think you're going to see everybody that Bochy has left coming out. You're going to see that mid velocity, mid 90s fastball, curveball, and a changeup off of that.
So here's Crawford. Ooh, Crawford almost gets hit as he shoved bunt. 1 ball and no strikes. Giants scored 3 runs in the 8th, and that allowed them to have a chance here in the 9th. Foul back, and that evens the count. On deck is Hundley. And following Hundley is the pitcher spot. Crawford takes a backdoor breaking ball, 1-2. Down low to Crawford, 2 balls and 2 strikes. It's one of those games where I do believe the Braves fans are going to see a few of these in this ballpark.
I don't think these outs have been coming easy.
Here's the 2-2. And Crawford fights one off, and Swanson's going to track it down, 1 out. And here's Hundley.
Johnson located that sinker inside, right where he wanted to put it. Crawford wasn't able to get extended and went away.
Hundley lined a single off of Jason Hurst in the 5th inning. He's 1 for 4. And he bloops this one to right, and it's going to fall. So that's a start with 1 out. Get you thinking a little bit. And it's going to be Denard Span who's going to hit. And then you got Belt. So Span gets on. Hey, I will tell you right now, we've seen weirder things happen.
That's right.
And we've seen weirder things happen on this trip. So here's Denard Span hitting at 274. Hernandez started in center field. And the strike, that's 0-1. Johnson coming in, trying to get the save here in the 9th. And Span takes one inside. Johnson throws really hard. He's had success. He's had some failures. He really had a hard time in Oakland when he went there, but has managed to get back in the good graces here with the Atlanta Braves. 1 ball and 1 strike. Span takes low, 2-1. Had a couple of years with the Orioles where he was lights out.
Great years, 50 save seasons.
Hundley with his lead. Span flips one to left. And this one's going to fall. So now you got the tying run coming up. And it's Belt who hit a home run in the 8th.
Yeah. That's what you want, the tying run up.
This is what the home run looked like. And it came off of the lefty Kroll.
Who threw the hanging fastball?
There is such a thing, trust me.
He threw it right there.
So Belt will see if he can get another one. Suzuki's going to go out and have a word. Hey, at this point, in all honesty, I don't care if I get home until noon tomorrow.
It's true, you don't have to play.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, I get to broadcast tomorrow. I get to rely on Dave Fleming tomorrow.
Happy flights are worth it, however long it takes to get it.
Here's the pitch to Belt, and Belt takes a low. 1 ball and no strikes.
I mean, Johnson's blown 5 saves this year. He blew 3 all last year, so he's not out there with a ton of confidence right now.
Swing and a miss. Well, a little tardy. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Colby Tomlinson on deck.
You'd like to see a homer, but you just want to see the line moving, and the outfield is very deep. Another dink and dunk. And
I don't know why you would play the outfield deep if the tying run isn't at first.
I'm sure there's a statistician that would tell us, but
Sure there is. Sure there is.
like I said, a little flare, a little fish out of water out in left field.
3-1. Now, if you're Belt, you sit on 1 pitch.
Yep.
Sit on it as if it's going to be right down the middle of the plate.
He's going to get something away. Kind of what you saw last night with all the relievers.
3-2. So that may have been the perfect pitch.
That was the disappearance sinker. 95 darting straight down. I mean, Johnson has that release that's just kind of straight over the top. So when he gets his fingers on top, that sinker's really diving.
3-2. On a play, Belt protects and stays alive to see another pitch.
That was a gut shot. That foul ball.
And the whistle.
He's in pain. He's gimpy.
This week brought the glove.
Oof.
Put the glove on your hand. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch to Belt, and he walked him.
So he's saying there's a chance.
A couple of bloops and a walk, and you start to get evil thoughts.
And you got Chuck Hernandez out there trying to calm him down.
So Colby Tomlinson is going to hit. Oh, what did I do? I brought the glove and I didn't use it. Oh.
Yeah, he's in pain. That was not. I'm not sure exactly where that hit him. I have an idea where that hit him. Either way, he's not very happy about it.
So Tomlinson.
Here we go. Let's take a peek. Oh, that's not a gut shot.
Here's the pitch to Tomlinson, and he takes low. 1 ball and no strikes. That is not a gut shot. One ball and no strikes. Chopper. Belt will stop. And everybody's safe. And so is Belt. Unbelievable. In the position that Santana's in, you have to get it out. And it's 12-10. Wow. Be a fielder's choice and an RBI for Tomlinson.
Wow. Gets the grounder that he's looking for. Belt just slams on the brakes, and rather than just making a play, Kelby hustling down the line. Nowhere to go. And the traffic continues.
So fielder's choice. RBI, and here's Panic. And Panic takes outside, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. This might be the right guy in the right spot. He's swinging a hot bat right now. Yeah. Span, Belt, and Tomlinson. Foul back and a good swing. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Joe is seeing it very well. Braves are getting some action now in their pen. Looks like Melanson's playing some catch. Nope, sorry, Corey Guerin and Melanson in the Giants pen.
Jim Johnson. With a count of 2 balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch to Panic. Nope. 3-1. Maybe a good pitch, but
you're not going to get that call. Not in this situation. Let's take a peek. It looks. It's in. He's trying to frame it back over the plate, but that's a great call. Quinn's not getting caught up in the moment. Still calling his zone.
3-2.
Got to do it again. That's the silver lining. You swung through it. Still got to do it again.
3-2. Lifted out to left. Span's going to tag. It's 12-11 with Hunter Pence coming up. Pence, who hit the home run off of Johnson last night.
Yeah, first pitch hunting, gets a sinker middle. It got extended. Listen to it.
So the rematch. Belt is at second. Tomlinson is at first. Pence, his last 2 at-bats have been excellent. And a strike, and it's 0-1.
Perfect pitch from Johnson. But he hasn't shown the ability to repeat so far this inning. So Hunter's still looking 1 pitch, 1 spot.
Comes back in, 1 ball and 1 strike. Pence constant motion. On the ground. This could do it. And that's the ball game. So the Giants do what they do. They give you a finish. And tonight they come up short in a wild one with a rain delay and then a long 9-inning game. The Atlanta Braves. And when I say hold on, I mean they hold on to win.
They held on, and I thought it was going to happen again. We've seen crazy innings. We saw it earlier tonight. We saw it in the 5th. I thought it was going to happen right there at the end for the Giants. But unfortunately, it just didn't pan out that way. But they gave themselves a chance, and you see Hunter right there, frustrated. Guys are patting him on the back. He'll be ready for tomorrow.
Braves 12, Giants 11. That's your final score. Stay tuned. Esurance Postgame Live starts right now.